Oh boy. Oh, oh, there we go. All right. All right. Oh, um, stopping in very quickly. I'm just doing a relaxation. There we go. Mm. All right. I'm just here relaxing. I have like 3 hours before I have to be back on. I didn't expect to be so busy today, considering the weekend. But oh yeah, I I be extremely busy. It was like, golly, like you guys didn't have anywhere to be neither. Well, I will have some place to be soon, but for now, I can just kind of hang out and relax. And I'm surprised. Like, I think I should do more short videos. Like, I just received like um 600 views. I received like 600 views on a video, over 600 views, I think. So that one is doing. I think people are interested in my story, which is I was asked, so why you like crosses? Why you got to cross well, after you hear a little bit of my story, you'll understand. I earned that cross. It's good to be African. It's good to be your own little African. So when the next round of readings, I will be ready. I'll be prepared. So we got have them all ready to go. My clients and one of my clients is now on their way to. They're waiting for their answer from Vietnam, and that contract I know that's going to bring riches. And I have another client already waiting. Well, it's moving from the UK to India. Divorce, recently divorced. Would it be a peaceful, divorce? Will they able to get back on with life? I'm like, yeah, of course you're gonna get a house, but you're also gonna find love. I gave that one 90 days. I have another client where he reconciled with all the women of his past. That was interesting. Even the one he had a huge falling out that sort of set the trajectory for business proposals. Even has opportunity to reconcile there. Of course, also has the option. Um, some energies will give you a heart attack, so not ideal to reconvene. But it's good that they've found, their place in life and that they are energetically. But it doesn't resolve direct relationship connection with my client. So, but my client again has reconciled with two others that he's, and also doors have opened up for others. So, you know, I have a grateful client. Some people are greedy. They won't make one sacrifice, but made the sacrifice, got so much in return. I have another client who took under celebrity mentorship and is now in the place where applying, for a position that is working with like neurology and the brain. So that's good. That's a perfect fit. chemist background and uses it to also create oils. And also, her oils are green friendly, and tested to being like the error margin where it's, I guess, uh, not healthy is very minimal, minuscule, or passes, all the recommended amounts. So uh, green and tested products. Also, I finally got their website. I said, when you have your website done, you'll find that everything else unlocks. And I had to like kind of pinch a little bit. It's like the website is the priority, and then you can have the rest. Now that, by the way, they've got photos of the website, love the website, and the doors are opening. Sometimes you have to be subtle, where but make it kind of apparent, like if you do this, you get this. And like, oh yeah, you should do that. Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. And then next thing you know, they didn't do that, but yet they want the grant money, which is a segue. I have an artist. She's a painter, and we're getting her to set up her gallery. I mean, type of like don't touch the walls type of gallery. And she's establishing it actually in her home, which is going to be beautiful. And she's getting a lot of recognition. She's a part of the I guess the artist community. Except one thing, she's kind of like my client with the website doesn't do the website, like last year, because could have been launched February. We were in the mid May, but we're right on time though, because it needs to all be implemented this year. Also, the time frame now is snowballing, so it's fast. So, in fact, we're gonna have our answer next week, and of course, this money will help with everything, and we're gonna have totally different types of conversations upcoming. I can't wait. Oh well, my artists applied for grants. We got the grants, but they're like, okay, I want more grants. I was over there praying. I was like, oh, after we hung up, of course, I was saying, please use the grant money for what it's used for. Please use the grant for money for what it's used for. So I kept chanting that. Um, the children, both of them, the boy and the girl, they both are in their uh, prospective grammar school. That's important. She wanted them both in grammar school. I got the grammar school, but every time she gets something, it's like she's not sure. I'm like, you spent all this time getting your child in grammar school, and now you're having second thoughts. Isn't this what you wanted? So uh, they're okay. They're okay. Everybody's in grammar school. And my artist, she's painting, and soon going to eventually, hopefully. So her sacrifice is she has to connect with human beings. So out of the blue, she says, "So, I discovered this black cat. This black cat happens to be pregnant. Do I take it in or no? Give it a home. Take care of it." I was like, "No." I thought, well, you could send it to the animal shelter, a clinic, something like that, you know, and let them take care of it. I would say, no. You need to focus on human beings. But I've been telling her for a long while, so I stuck with it. It's like, no, human beings for you. You're trying to take care of the black cat, take care of all of that, all of this, all of that. She's intending to. She wants to get her MBA, like her master's, also, which would help with the business, which is great. I said, look at it as an investment to self, because you can get your master's for somebody else and work for them, but it's like, no, you're giving this investment to yourself. Then she says, well, master's or grant? I said, both. because over time you're going to need to get the grant money anyway. You can already have it in process. And besides, once you send your information application, all that, there's nothing on your side you need to do. The rest is on their end while you're, getting your master's. So, because eventually you have to do it anyway, and you can either drag it out or think of it as like just part of the the, the project to, apply for grant money, go to school, get the master's, be patient, let them do what they do. They know how. They'll get it done. You'll get the grant, and you'll have your master's. And of course, that aligned with uh, creating the art gallery. I also suggested that she let so the surrounding businesses know that she is around and that that she's legitimate, because I felt that they would actually commission her, but she's doesn't really know what to do with humans. So, which my hunches proved right when she brought up the black cat who's pregnant. We need her to interact with humans, but maybe not like that, but definitely on the realm of in the realm of art. So she's met one artist who's is on his way to introducing his art to the public. So I'm hoping that by combining both of their paths together, she'll see what he's doing. He does it, and she'll say, "I want that," and then she'll begin. Because the whole point of becoming an artist, an art gallery, is to connect with real people who will buy your art. That's the whole point. So, but if we need to take our time with it, this is the easiest one because it's only one guy. He's an artist, so that should help with bringing the peace. That feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm dreading having to put myself out there for all these people. Like you should be having an art gallery opening and visiting all of the surrounding small businesses, around in the neighborhood. We'll get them. We'll get her there. So all these things are actually coming to pass, which I'm very pleased. I'm very happy with that. Everybody, everything is coming to pass, or in the middle, and they're on their way to receiving everything. That means a very busy week ahead. We'll get through these next, I guess, a couple of days, and then pick up, start off where we left off. So I've had many readings throughout the day, and hoping that everything comes together the way that it should for everybody, of course, this upcoming week, which it should because astrologically, Venus, there's a lot going on with the Venus planet in the Taurus vibration, allowing for there to be beautiful connections, like interchangeable connections. So this is how the readings are more or less, I would say, this is how the readings are manifesting. So that's what brought me in here because I wanted to relax, and I was sitting here. I was like, I should go get my fan, and I went and got it. And I was like, yeah, this is perfect. This feel good. I didn't get that water out. Oh boy, I should have got the water. All my ideas has been perfect. I've been like on top of it, except I didn't drink my water. So I will definitely do that. So that's what's come up. Of course, I'm following everything prediction wise. All of that is perfect. I posted it on Twitter, my Twitter. So everything is as it should be, accurate, demonstrating, you know, low effort, but with precision, with skill. You know, it comes natural to me, easy for me to help make that connection with people, give correct answers, expanding of consciousness. It's expanding the consciousness. It's like, oh, it's not good to be right all the time because it permits people for to disassociate and become eager and lost in themselves. The other person or the person who is right has to abandon the relationship with the other person. Which, okay, so what does this mean? So what this means is you become enlightened and when you grow by sharing the information you know and knowing as much as you can and striving to know everything, even as you're learning about everything to know. Your mental view is expansion. If it's expanding, it's not so much that there's a disassociation. It's that they they have become, or the situation around them has become, the problems that have become around them has become smaller as the information that you're acquiring to finding solutions have become greater. And that's the wisdom. Is this is definitely everything and modest. You have to be modest. Oh, by the way, one of my clients, I said to them, I said, there is well, and also to my gentleman, I told him, I said, because he's, he's going to counseling, he's going to be fantastic. You just wait. And I'm telling him that, he shouldn't feel guilty, because he has, I said, empathy and compassion, two different things. I said, you can make a decision and reshape and raise the standard for your empathy, which is ethics, but you're in your compassion, you always had compassion. That's not gone anywhere. And it's the right path. And then I also told, I said, there's a difference between humble and modesty. This is not a time to be modest. Humble, humbling is all the things you've gone through that disciplined you to follow through with, well, yeah, determination, but in your devotion to complete a task. And when you talk about it and you talk about the Goliath, the giants, maybe the company was opposed you. In my client situation, she was right. They didn't like it. They let her go. They were found having let her go unjustly, unfairly, and they had to settle with her. And they settled with her. Indeed, she still, like, this was last year, and she's still living off the money, but she wants a job because she loved working. Bless her, beautiful soul, and she's gonna do that. She's Danish, by the way. She always says, "Is your favorite Danish woman?" um, so, and I was explaining to her. I said, "This is not a time to be modest," and I let her know that as she's explaining about her humbling situation, she will be fine. It'll all make sense and it'll all come together and she'll be happy. She'll be among the happiest of persons, individuals, and it will be good for her. Good for her. So she will definitely, I have a feeling that she's going to succeed because she lands this job. This is the job she wants. She's wanted this job for such a long while, for such a long time, and she will definitely land this. She will get the job this this week. This week, I'll definitely will try to go live during these times. Three. Anyway, so all of this is what's actually been happening, what's been going on, and all I could hear was, so I was working out with some energy, and it says in this lesson, it says a man should not. There's no reason for a man to seek restoration with the women of his life, but he's given so much. Well, the finding restoration, he found peace, and the peace he has and the trust that he's established with these women, the value of money that he's given with these women, this peace and trust, it goes beyond the measure of all the financials, all the money that he's given to these women. And he's even reconciled. I mean, he even has. He's in a position where he can literally even reconcile with the one that he had a falling out with that led to these other opportunities. Had this not happened, all these opportunities, he would have not really sought it with all his might. He doubted himself, who he is today versus when we first met. By the way, when we first met, he had so much, but then he got kind of stretched out thin. He's recovered his private plane. I mean, his life has come back, and now he's. I met him. He was, we always had to talk about his, I guess, the person he's in partnership with, being at the pinnacle of everything. He couldn't move unless he talked to this guy. Now he is that guy. He is the guy. And he's now making decisions. And other businesses, usually he would get to talking with them and then you want to refer, so like have them talk to him. Now they've always wanted to talk to him. Now they talk to him. And he pitches and drafts and draws up. And one thing, they actually take him serious. They don't treat him like a knucklehead. I kept telling him, not a, you're gonna find out you're not a knucklehead. He's had to lose a lot of personal like friendships he thought were like, like when you're doing business and you're tight with a circle, you're like, this is my team, my gang. Nope, they got swept away. So, because these new vibrations at the time were in like silhouette. It's like, no, they're coming forward. People from all over the world. You're going at a, first of all, you're going to go at a global level. You're going to work with, you're going to pretty much become a dignitary. And only that, like, yeah, meeting presidents. Like I have clients that, like in their life now they're meeting like members of the royal family, meeting presidents, doing big business with between unlikely countries. Like though he is like UAE, like like Muslim countries doing business with Vietnam, for example. I mean, they're going to do real business. It's all about money, big money. But it's supposed to be about. Anyway, they're going to be very pleased. So we're kind of waiting for they to sign on that. So yeah, these are the types of readings currently, like where my mind is at, and like listen to all the things that have come to pass, like boom, boom, boom. Like I didn't realize until after I hung up the phone, and then my it was like a brain freeze. It was like a rush. I said, "Whoa!" It was like expansion. It was like it was expansion, not like not like spinning. It was more like like it was expanding. I was like, so yeah, I'm just thrilled, so thrilled about that, and we'll see how they go. I'll know. You do know that every time I read somebody, they get what they want, um, but I mean, I have to be right and I have to expand. Now, if they elect not to go forward, that doesn't reflect. I mean, that doesn't. I mean, I just have to be correct in my answers. So when I'm correct on these, there's a okay. Yeah, they're paying me, but there's a reward from the other side. That's the one that I'm looking for. I'm looking for the reward from the other side, which I believe is going to happen. I got 10 more minutes. I'm imagining that. I said that about the other one. I said, well, this should be an easy day. Yeah, they kept me busy, so I probably, I'm thinking that I'm gonna have because it's the weekend, so I'm thinking, yeah, it won't be too busy. Okay, so relationships, high intellectual and medical and scientific contracts, working with royal families, international business. Okay, yeah, these are big stakes. Oh yeah, and someone, congratulations, finally have their divorce or moving towards divorce. I did a little bit of healing as well, letting them know that the Bible okays divorce from both sides of the man and the woman. It's not just the woman who puts away the man. It's not just the man who puts away the woman. They both get to, seek happiness. Seek happiness. Be happy. You will seek your happiness. Find your happiness. Find your place in this life along the person who's meant to be at your side and bring to you joy, peace, and excellent love. That's what we're doing. This is our goal. This is what we're working on. Oh, I better write this out. I'll write it on this one. There. So I have to like continue like to calculate. I will I will work on that. I will calculate how I guess um, the energy flows, how everything I guess is happening and is received because in the middle of events that means that other events are taking place. Now, June is supposed to be a very important time for me. So this week, I imagine is a bit of, I guess, sort of like securing um, the foundation for more things to take place or to happen in the month of June. Why am I getting this? I keep getting a vibe that's associated with a client. I better look into it. I don't know what it means. I think I'm changing energy. Or I'm taking over an energy space. I'm gaining these particular words and with it, of course, dialogue. I have to see what all this means, what this entails. Well, there it is. One more minute. I gotta. I have to. This is a forced relaxation moment.